Luiza Carter worked as a nurse in one of the largest hospitals in Los Angeles. At 25, she was dedicated, compassionate, and strong, though often too trusting of people. Every morning she slipped into her white uniform and hurried to the hospital, her heart set on easing the pain of strangers. Patients smiled when they saw her coming down the hallway, and doctors admired her diligence. Yet despite all the gratitude she received, Luiza often went home alone, her heart quietly yearning for love. One evening, after a long shift, she went to Santa Monica Pier with her best friend Sarah. The night air was cool, the ocean glittered under the lights, and music floated from the street performers. That was where she met Michael Anderson. He was tall, charming, and impossibly confident. A sleek car waited for him in the parking lot, and a watch glittered on his wrist. His voice was smooth, his gaze steady, and he knew exactly what to say. From the moment he introduced himself, Luiza felt her heart race. Michael swept into her life like a wave. He sent flowers to her apartment, took her to expensive restaurants, and whispered sweet words that made her feel like she was living in a dream. For the first time, Luiza thought she had found someone who truly saw her. When she came home exhausted from work, a simple "I miss you" text from him was enough to light up her entire evening. Sarah, however, was not convinced. "Luiza, be careful," she warned. "Sometimes the men who seem perfect are the ones who hurt you the most." But Luiza only smiled and replied, "No, Sarah, he's different. I can feel it." For a while, she clung to that belief, but cracks began to appear. Michael often disappeared, claiming to be on business trips or saying his phone had died. Days went by with no messages, followed by sudden bursts of attention and gifts. Luiza tried to quiet the unease in her chest. She wanted to believe in him, wanted to hold on to the fairy tale. Then, the truth revealed itself in the cruelest way. One afternoon, as she left the hospital, she spotted Michael in a cafe downtown. He wasn't alone. Sitting across from him was a beautiful young woman named Jessica, her hand entwined with his. They were laughing together, their closeness undeniable. The sight hit Luiza like a blade to the heart. The world seemed to spin and she could barely breathe. That night, she cried until her pillow was soaked, whispering questions into the silence. Why me? Why did he lie? Didn't my love mean anything? The following days at work were heavy. Her smile felt forced, her energy drained. Even the patients noticed her spirit dim. But slowly she gathered her strength. "I heal others every day," she thought. "Now I must learn to heal myself." She focused on her patients again, on the small joys of her work, and step by step she began to feel whole. Around that time, a new doctor joined the hospital, Daniel Miller. He wasn't flashy, nor did he try to impress anyone. He was calm, kind, and genuine. Patients trusted him instantly, and Luiza noticed the way he listened, truly listened, to people's fears and hopes. Working alongside him, she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time: peace. Their friendship grew naturally. Daniel admired her dedication, her resilience, and kindness. One evening, after a long day in the ER, he said quietly, "Luiza, you give so much of yourself to others. I don't know how you stay so strong, but I see the size of your heart, and it inspires me." Her eyes filled with tears. Those words touched her deeper than all of Michael's expensive gifts ever had. She realized then that trust, respect, and quiet loyalty mattered far more than fleeting charm. Weeks later, Michael reappeared, standing at her door with flowers, apologies, and excuses. "I made mistakes," he pleaded, "but I love you. Give me another chance." Luiza looked at him steadily. She no longer trembled. "No, Michael," she said firmly. "You had your chance. You didn't value me. I deserve more than lies." And with that, she closed the door, shutting out the past. Daniel was there not long after, offering nothing but honesty. One evening by the ocean, the same pier where her story with Michael had begun, he gently took her hand. "You deserve the best, Luiza, and I don't want to impress you with promises. I just want to stand beside you." Her tears shimmered in her eyes, but this time they were tears of joy. For the first time, she felt safe. She felt loved not for what she gave, but for who she was. Under the bright Los Angeles sky, Luiza was no longer the betrayed, broken-hearted girl. She had grown into a woman who knew her worth, who had found not just love, but a partner who respected and cherished her. And as she walked hand in hand with Daniel, the city lights reflecting in the water, she knew that her story, the real story, was only just beginning.